Hey Aquarius, this is Tara from Tara's Tarot. I'm here with your August tarot reading. I have shuffled and dealt, well no, I have not dealt. I've shuffled, but I have not looked at what the cards are yet. So I'm going to get to that in a second. I just wanted to say I do offer private readings. You can book below or email me at tara@tarastarot.com. Okay, so Aquarius, what do we have going on for you in August? Alright, so let's see what we got. So we've got the Page of Pentacles starting us off, crossed by the Two of Wands. So it's looking like something new is kind of generating and growing, and that you're contemplating a new path or what direction you want to move in. Got the King of Cups hanging over the reading here. Underneath we have got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, recent past, we've got the Three of Swords. So that's good. That's moving away. Moving into the near future, we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let me just get these organized. Representing you, we've got the Ten of Cups. In your environment, we have the Four of Wands. That's really good. Hopes and fears, the Seven of Cups, and we'll get to your outcome later. I'm just going to deal 4 cards. Okay. All right. So let me see what I can kind of pick up on here, and then we'll go through. So, alright, so yeah, it looks like, I mean, I feel like you're in a pretty good place as far as having your needs met, having, you know, taking care of yourself, being in a kind of secure position. There's something that's growing or that you're nurturing that's starting to develop and starting to sprout, but you still have to kind of tend to that and nurture that and give that the right amount of attention, right amount of space. You kind of have to help that along as it grows. And there's something like a new path with this Two of Wands here. This is crossing you in the present. So there's a new path being shown to you. You are contemplating moving in a new direction or understanding what direction you want to move in. This could also be like making that decision, making that choice. So contemplating, okay, you know, as I look out on the road ahead, you know, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to put my energy? Where do I want to invest in? But ultimately, this is us kind of understanding what direction we want to move in. Now, this is crossing you, so this could be that you're having a little bit of a trouble understanding what direction to move in, and you're kind of still going over that in your mind and figuring out where you want to apply yourself and what direction you want to go in. And I'm kind of feeling like that's the case because in the near future, we do have the Queen of Swords. So that's saying that there's a need for balanced decision making and really kind of mature discernment and astute, you know, intelligence, and really thinking things through in a mature way. You know, taking your time, not really letting, not reacting, not being overly emotional, not letting any fears steer you, but really see how she's dumping out the water. That represents emotion. She's like, okay, there's no time for you in this thought process. I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to make a decision. So this could be you kind of really thinking about where do you go from here? What path do you want to take? And you just need to kind of spend some time and really think that through and not base your decision off of anything reactionary or, you know, not that basing decisions off of emotions is a bad thing, but in this situation and opportunity, it's coming across like this has more of a place for logical thinking. There's something that this is a time for logical decision making, and that will help you, or that's what you're going to be experiencing moving into the near future. Now, I do feel like you're having kind of a hard time. Like there's some kind of, either you're exhausted, you're trying to get somewhere, but you really don't know how to get there, or you're meeting all these obstacles and you're just kind of like, okay, I'm done. When is this going to be over? When can I relax? We've got the Nine of Wands showing up in the bottom of the deck. So this is like, the message here is you're almost there. Just keep going. Don't give up. You do have the strength. Use your last remaining energy to push through, because, you know, this is them traveling for 20 years to get home. They are right there, but they just got to make it over this one last obstacle. And you know, for all they know, their home is not that close, so they could give up. But it's like, no, you're right there. Keep going, keep pushing. Don't give up. It's not going to suck like this forever. You're going to eventually get where you want to go. You just have to keep going. You're almost there. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. Like there's this kind of struggle moving forward or getting on the path where you're meant to go, and there might be some rethinking that's needed. But I don't know what this Three of Swords represents in the recent past, but this is a good thing. This is saying any conflict, any pain, any thing that's kind of icky is receding into your past. So this should be losing importance, losing focus, losing strength over the situation. So it almost looks like the obstacle is behind you, or like the conflict is behind you, or the worst is over. It's just a matter of pushing through and thinking about your next moves as you move forward. There is some kind of like happy, celebratory, something is taking shape and taking form in your environment, and you can, as a result, celebrate it, feel happy. You can look at it and go, it's here, it's working, it's staying, hooray, yay. So this is a very uplifting, awesome feeling, and this is coloring your whole environment. So there's some kind of good news here for you in your environment. This is when we reach a stage in our journey where something we have wanted to accomplish, we have reached like the first, okay, you know when you're playing a video game and you reach certain parts in the video game and you don't have to start over? This is like that. This is like the first part you reach where if you die or get off track, you can start from this point. You know, so this is when the energy has developed and solidified into a balanced structure. 4 points, grounded in earth. You know, they reach the shore. They're on solid ground. They can celebrate reaching that shore that they've been trying to reach forever. So this is in your environment. So it seems like I feel like you are going to reach that shore that you're trying to reach. I feel like this, you know, which path do I go on? How much longer is this going to take? In your environment, there is that, you know, sigh of relief, celebration. We finally did it. So I'm feeling like if you're not sensing that right now, there is that security, happy news. Something's coming into solidification, into being in your environment. It's going to make you really happy, and it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I did it. I can finally breathe a sigh of relief and be happy about this because it's real and it's here. And then we have you showing up as the Ten of Cups. So, you know, this is like, you really have a lot to be happy about. You really have a lot to be grateful for. This is when we really have a level of contentment available to us for the ongoing future. So, you know, even if you're not feeling like this right now, this is available to you. This energy, you're aligned with this energy right now. So, and we also have the King of Cups on top of the reading. So this is, again, like emotional well-being, emotional balance. So I feel like, if not at this point right now, you should be sensing this energy as you move through the month. You're probably going to feel a stronger sense of gratitude for what you have, for what relationships you do have, for what is working in your life, because like I said, it seems like, you know, on the foundation of the reading, you know, you do have what you need. You do have your needs met. You are on a firm foundation. Even if it doesn't seem like that, even if you want to be somewhere further along, or, you know, but you do have a starting point. You do have this security and this sense of, you know, well-being for yourself. And so I feel like there is this energy available for you now to be happy and to be grateful and to really reflect on, wow, like how far I've come emotionally, or, you know, cultivating more of that emotional balance and ongoing emotional contentment. And it's interesting because your hopes and fears is showing up as the Seven of Cups. So you could be kind of on that journey of what do I want and what is going to make me more happy, and that will produce this more, okay, I feel more stable emotionally feeling. Because, you know, the Seven of Cups is when we're hoping and wishing for, you know, it's kind of like we're reflecting on, what do I want? What am I desiring? What am I praying for? You know, if I could have anything, well, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? And this is a hope and a fear. So I feel like you're probably kind of contemplating and looking, and maybe this is affecting, you know, what direction you're moving in. Like, will I be happy with this direction? What choice do I make? You know, am I going to do all this work and not be happy with my decision? I really need to think this through. But I feel like you're going to, that fulfillment is here for you. It's not like you have to really, it's not like out of your reach. I think you just, it's more about reflecting on and looking at what you have, what you're grateful for, you know, what you're yearning for, what else is there. And that might be the Queen of Swords as well, this decision making in the near future. All right, so let's break down the outcome. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go in order. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, you know, we want to see this, okay? Even though this is kind of like the rock bottom card, it's a good rock bottom because it's finally our wake-up call that there's some kind of element in our lives, some kind of story we're living, and some kind of narrative that we're playing out that we just need to stop. There's something that is not yielding any helpful results. It's not giving us anything we want. It's not recharging us. It's not paying us anything back. It's taking. So this is the end of the road where there literally is nowhere else to go. It's just a dead end road. And you want to get rid of this. You want to get out of this cycle because it's draining you. It's beating a dead horse. There's no life left. It'll suck you dry. So there's some kind of situation in your life that's coming to a close. And this might be also, you know, about, okay, this decision making. Are you already contemplating this? Or will you be in the near future? Are you going to have to make a decision and realize what you have to cut out of your life? Because that's very Queen of Swords. She doesn't joke around. She doesn't, she's not sentimental. She's like, I know what's best for me. I know the truth. And you got to go. And she doesn't mess around. So you could be really contemplating, okay, what do I need to cut out of my life? What do I need to focus more on? What is going to make me happy? And I feel like you realize that something just is no longer on your path with you, that you need to separate ways. And I feel like that's part of why you're going to be kind of coming into this more happy alignment and gratitude and feeling that contentment because you're out of that situation. Now, it might be hard. It might be sad. You might not want to leave that. You might have to cry. You might kind of be in denial a little bit at first, but it is meant to end and you will be so much happier, okay? Now, you do have a practical decision to make as well. I feel like things are kind of growing in your life and starting to sprout, and by the end of this month, you kind of have a choice to make and you have some options. So, like we have in the present, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So this is the seed sprouting. Things are starting to grow. What you're nurturing or what you're trying to birth in this world, whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a book you're writing, whatever, is starting to kind of grow. You're starting to see the beginning stages, okay? By the end of the month, you now have something to show for it, and you have to make a decision. You're being presented with options, or there are inherent options in this situation where you're going to go, okay, do I want to continue on this course? Do I want to do something completely new? Do I want to take this person up on their offer to be my partner? Do I want to, it's just practically, what are the next steps? What are my options? I have to make a decision. And this is tying into the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, I think that this there's this sense of groundedness. Okay, so I feel like things are going to be looking up in terms of finances, security, career. You're going to be on a more grounded playing field. You're going to, again, have your needs met. This could be someone specific, like a caretaker, a husband, a wife, someone who is a nurturer, someone who helps take care of you. This could be you in that role, but this can also just be general energy of, you know, think about it. It's the Queen of Pentacles. She is in charge side by side with the King over the 3D world. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to get what she wants. She knows how to, she has unlimited resources. She, you know, is firm, is reliable, is grounded. So this is a really good energy to see for career, for well-being, and especially with these two. And remember what's working in the subconscious. So I think things really are sprouting for you materially, financially, resource-wise, anything again in the 3D. It's starting to sprout, and you're going to move further on that path and make choices to cultivate that even more, even further. Now the Knight of Wands is just showing there's some kind of like intense, sudden, captivating development, but it's short-lived. It's not really necessarily here to stay, but I'm trying to relate this to the other. I mean, it could be something tied in with this Pentacle thing, like there's an exciting business offer, there's someone who inspires you, someone who has a message for you, someone who kicks your butt in gear, or just that energy of, okay, like I want to move forward, I want to, you know, take a risk. So whenever the Knights come up, especially the Knight of Wands, you want to think about the pros and cons. I mean, is this saying that you need to be more of a risk taker, that you need to get more excited and follow your passion? Or is this saying that it would behoove you to be more practical, be more grounded, not take a risk, not trust something just because it's a shiny offer and looks really good? Because it's juxtaposed with these very grounded, practical cards. So would this energy help you, or is it hurting you? So that's just something to kind of think about when you're applying this to your own life. And again, we've got the Ten of Swords. So you're ending a cycle that was very painful and very negative. Again, the Three of Swords is in your recent past. We're getting away from this conflict and this pain. Okay, you're ready to say goodbye to that. So this can be like, for one example, you know, I know somebody who is an Aquarius who, you know, can kind of be into negative thinking and is a little bit like, I'm stuck in this situation, this is always what happens, this is my life, this is what always comes up for my life, and this is where I'm limited. And it's that kind of like, if you feel like you're kind of in a storyline, or like you've been in a cycle where this is all, it's time to break free from that. You're being set free, because it's time to transcend whatever this represents for you. Because it's just keeping you, it's holding you prisoner, and it's not doing anything for you. So we're getting out of that. You're moving forward in terms of practical, career, finances, whatever, the Pentacles, whatever you're working with in the 3D right now. Could be a relationship. But I feel like for you, this is just about getting on your further, on your own 2 feet, being more grounded, moving forward with what you're developing and cultivating, and figuring out what it really is that's going to make you happy. You know, as you move forward, like say you're trying to look for a new career. This could be, okay, you know, you're figuring out your options, what job to take, what job do you want, what job's going to make me happy, what actually do I want to spend my days doing, you know, what practically do I want to do based on what my desires are, and how do I align myself with this Ten of Cups and be happy and do what's good for me and what's true for me. And again, we have that Two of Wands energy crossing you in the present. So yes, while things are starting to sprout and develop and they're percolating, there's this oppositional energy of, I don't know what path I'm going on. What will make me happy? What direction do I go in? What is going to get me the results I want? So I feel like that's what this is about for you, and it's about continuing to push through, continuing to go forward, and using your intellectual abilities and thinking things through, and really getting an understanding of what decision you want to make. and then moving forward. So I think this is a really positive reading. I'm really happy with this for you guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. If anyone wants to look in depth at their own personal situation, I do offer private readings. They're much different than this. I mean, a little bit similar, but they're so much more in-depth, many more spreads, many more cards. And because I know your situation and your question, there's a lot more detail that can be delivered than the general reading. So let me know if you want one. My email's tara@tarastarot.com, or you can book below. And I will see you guys next month. I hope you have a great August. Okay, bye everybody.